Howdy ho, YouTubes. It's me, Mike Kaylee 7. Today is March 8th. I found out that this morning it wasn't March 9th. That'll be tomorrow. So, being today is March 8th, which is a Thursday, in the year 2018, I'm riding home from work. I hope you're doing well. I know that they got a lot of snow up north yesterday. My sister was enjoying the peacefulness of it yesterday in the evening. And then this morning she was saying she's buried in Ugg. So it sucks for them, I know. Down here it's gotten colder. I don't know what the temperature is. Let's see. It's 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Which is, you know, kind of low for this time of year, at this time of the day in the Kakalaki. But, you know, not every day can be average. Seems like a lot of days are above average. I don't know if you can see here, this guy in front of me, I was pretty close behind him, and I was reminded of an article or a letter to the editor maybe I read. Maybe it was an article. There was a motorcyclist, and he was behind a guy, and he said he was one car length behind the guy. So maybe this distance, because this is about a car length. Well, not really a car length. This is probably 2 car lengths at least. I just don't like being that close to somebody. I think a car length behind is too close. That's definitely not 4 seconds. You know? So anyway, he's 1 car length behind the guy in front of him. And the guy starts slamming on his brakes and going really slow and just being a jerk. And apparently when the writer of this piece got up to a red light, the passenger was a lady, and she rolled the window down and started giving him a rassing of shit. I guess he was on the right side of the vehicle. I guess he was in the right lane now. Anyway, the lady flicked a cigarette at him, and then they took off. Something like that. And I thought, well, on a motorcycle, I try to give cars an even wider berth than usual. You know, if I'm in my car, I know what my car can do if somebody slams on their brakes and that kind of thing. I don't tailgate. I mean, I would follow closer behind depending on the traffic conditions and the speed. Like if you're trying to merge into the Sumner Tunnel back in the 90s, you're literally a millimeter off the guy in front of you's bumper. And so is everybody else. Because you got like 9 lanes that get on to 2. But you very seldom, if ever, see a bumper-to-bumper, you know, an accident, fender bender. People learn how to do it. So in a car, I'm fine. But on a bike, I give them even more space than I would give them in a car. In a road like this, I'd give probably 2 to 3 car lengths. And in a car, sorry, on a motorcycle, I would give at least 3 car lengths, maybe 4, depending on traffic conditions, because I don't want to have somebody cut me off all the time. This guy was first, so he gets to go. The point of it is, the motorcyclist, I think, had a part to play in that bad situation. And one of the main reasons was that when you're on a bike, your headlights are up high, and so they're getting the whole blast of your headlight. And if he's on a bike like this, I've got 3 lights: the auxiliary lamps and then the main headlight, and that can get pretty bright. So that would maybe piss somebody off. I was at a red light once years ago on my Road King. It was about 10 o'clock at night, and I was in the left turn lane behind a guy, and I didn't have my high beams on or anything. But this guy gets out of his car, old man, gets out of his car and starts waving at me, "Turn off your damn lights!" And so I kind of turned my front end to the side a little bit, and I said, "I can't help it. This is the way they make it at the factory. I'm not doing it on purpose." But that made me realize how sensitive drivers can be to the lights that you have on them. So if I'm at night or in a situation where I feel like my lights could be bothering somebody, I'll turn my front end a little bit to the right or left, depending. Of course, always keeping in mind what's behind me. Don't want to go getting smushed. But like I said, I always try to keep some distance. Like this thing here, I'm probably too close to this guy. He's got a bunch of wood in the back of his truck there in the trailer, and that's not a good situation. And here I am blabbing away. I got a car up my ass. This is a recipe for disaster right here. So I back off the truck. The car backed off me, thank goodness, and hopefully everybody will be happy. You just have to be aware. Like down in North Carolina here, I think people, they see motorcycles fairly regularly. It's not like it is up north. Up north, they don't see you for months at a time, and then when they do finally see you, they don't see you. But down here, they see you pretty regularly. I see bikes all year round around here. Maybe that's because I'm looking for them. I don't know. I mean, there's a hell of a lot more in the warmer time. Even now, you don't see a whole lot of bikers. Except for crazies like me, I guess. But I'm not squidding today. You'll notice here. Ready? I'm not squidding. I've got on my boots and I've got on my leather pants. And I'm just having a good old time. I got on my new gloves. I love them. My Fox Creek gloves. Got on that jacket of mine, you know, that FXRG jacket from Harley. It's still doing all right. I figured I'd take just a little bit of a diversion on the way home so I could talk to you a little bit more. Ooh, look at the snow coming down up there. That's not hitting the ground, but you can tell that's snow. Well, you probably can't see any of that. Anyway, it's very pretty. There's beams of light coming through the clouds. Thursday. I don't know why I'm so damn tired. I did my 10,000 steps per usual. See all this gravel on the road? Goodness gracious. Just asking for trouble. Ah, the trees are blooming. These always bloom early. These are the crab apple trees. They use a lot of these in housing. pretty. The rest of the stuff doesn't really bloom until middle of this month into next month. Of course, these yellow bushes over here, some of you people know what they're called anyway. They always bloom early. Alright, this is my Kaylee 7. Another motovlog for you. Nothing exciting. Take care, and I'll talk to you later.